Hey, it's Kim. Thanks for stopping by today's video where I'm going to be setting up for the week. I'll be setting up for the week of January 23rd through the 29th. So that's the week I'm going to be setting up for. I will say, before I get started, there's some construction going on outside my window. I think there are some people cutting down trees as well. You may hear some of that. I hope not. And if you do, I'll just jump into like a voiceover. So that is what will happen then. All right, so I'm going to start with setting up for the week, obviously. Okay, so the first thing I do is check out my monthly to see what I have going on for that week. I don't have too many things. I do also know that there are a couple of work meetings that I have going on that I do want to put on my personal calendar, my personal planner. So I do have a work planner, but when there are meetings that I just need to make sure I am present for, I do like to have those written down on here. Anything else work related, I would not normally put on my personal planner. So this week is going to be a High Paper Clouds week. I'm currently part of the winter PR team for High Paper Clouds. The shop is amazing and there are so many awesome things, decorative things that you can use for your planners. So that's what I'm going to be using in today's video. Though I will say actually that everything I'm using today are things that I purchased on my own before I was even a member of the PR team for winter 2023. So all right, let's get started. The first thing I like to do is figure out what kind of washi tapes I'm going to be using. I like to figure out what markers or highlighters I'm going to be using as well. I think I'm going to stick in this type of color scheme that I have going on here. So we got some black, white, some neutrals, like a, I'm not sure what color I would call that. It's not taupe. It has some pink undertones, not quite lavender either. So I'm going to use those. And then these are two thinner washi tapes that I have from the planner spot. I'll see if these come into play, but all of these here are from High Paper Clouds. So I'm definitely going to be using these in my setup. And I'll check out my swatch page that I still haven't even finished completely yet, but these are my most used Tombow markers. I want to see which colors I would pull out to coordinate with this week's spread, and honestly I'm thinking pretty much gray, right? Like what else is there? There's nothing too standout or too bold that I want to use for this weekly spread, so it's going to really focus on these beautiful washi tapes and ink, really. That's pretty much going to be the main focus. So I'll get started out by plotting out my timeline, which is what I do, where I separate the top section and then the bottom section where I put all of my lists. And then the middle section is what I call my timeline, where I put all of my timed events and meetings and everything. So I want to use this tape here. I really love it. It's so beautiful, but it's very thick. And if I put the whole thing, it'll take away from my list down at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is actually, I want this section here. So I'm going to cut that. I'm going to put this section that I have not used onto like another piece of paper or some sticker release paper so that I can come back to it and use it later. And then what I'm going to do is actually cut this piece in half. You'll see. So I just have it on top of the current weekly spread just so I can measure out. Let me stick this right there for the time being, just so I can measure out exactly how much I'm going to need to go from end to end. There. All right. And then what I'll do is cut this one in half. And a lot of times I'll just rip my washi in half, but I really want to leave all of this or most of this as intact as I possibly can. So it's not like I'm measuring or anything. I'm gonna try and cut it as evenly as possible. And I normally put this like decorative area right below where my meals would go. My meals go at about the 6 o'clock hour. So right underneath that at 7 o'clock is where I put that. And which direction was this? It was like that. Okay, so should I do that way? Or, well, maybe this way. It kind of looks like it's lined up with that one over there. All right. I kind of like that. I think it's really cute. And then I really want to use this washi tape. So I was thinking I would do this one across the top. Yeah. Let me pull out the little card I used to cut my washi. So I'm going to use this one across the top. And if you are new around here, with most of, or I should say all of, my plan with me kind of videos, I'm just winging it. I don't really plan much ahead of time. I probably should. It would save me some time, save me a little bit of aggravation, but I never do. And I'm okay with that. So I'm just gonna zoom in a bit more so you can see what's going on. Before I move forward, I do use the weekly labels from Sterling Ink. So this is going to be week 4. So I'll put this one right up at the top, and I like to do this before I lay down any other decoration, just to make sure I don't forget to put that there, or I don't like run out of space for it. Okay, so that's the basic framework, and now I want to build on all of this and just kind of make it pretty. So I love to label some of these. This is not even sticking. And I guess that's the thing with putting washi on top of washi. It's kind of hard to make them stick sometimes. Or I just find that they need a bit of extra coaxing. So I'm just gonna kind of rub that in with the end of this card in hopes that that helps it stay stuck. And do this side over here as well. And again, use the end of this card to keep it down. The fact that part of it is on top of the paper helps as well. All right, so that is that. I want more. I want more. I really like this one, but I don't know if that's too much black. I do really like this one, but then I'm like, is that too much white? But wait a minute. Oh, there's this one. So there's also this washi tape that could go. And I'm thinking I just want to do, maybe rip this in half and put it along the top someplace. But which one? I'm thinking the black. I'm leaning towards the black. I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna do it. And I don't want it to be even. This one I kind of want to be a little bit imperfect. All right. Now which way? Do I want it that way or that way? Kind of like it this way. And then I'll take the other half of that and put that over on this side. You know what? I'll do it so it's not quite centered. I mean, not quite lined up with that one. It's giving it more of those imperfect kind of vibes. Now I do kind of wish I had some type of a sticker to put right up there. And currently I have these. Oh, this one was a freebie with an order. Those clouds are cute. And then I have these yay stickers, and then of course these smiley faces, which I am going to use these somewhere this week, but I don't think I want to put them up top here. So let me come back to that, and then I'm going to draw in my lines. So since we're keeping it kind of neutral with everything besides the washi tape, I'm going to use shades of gray. So my usual go-tos would be N79 as well as N89. They're they are warmer grays, so I think they look really good. I do have some cool grays that I don't normally use. But two of them I know for a fact are more bluish leaning, and I feel like against these colors they would look even more blue. So I'm not gonna go with that one. Or those. I have N55 and N35. Where are they? Okay, so this is N35. It's actually darker than I thought it was going to be, but while I have it out, I might as well put it on my swatch page that I'm still filling out. Oh yeah, it's way too dark. It's a cooler gray, of course, so that one won't do. And then I have this mild liner, the brush marker. That one looks greenish to me, right? I don't know, what do you think? I feel like it looks kind of green, so I'm not gonna go with that. All right, so see, like I said, I don't prep or plan anything ahead of time, so I think I'm gonna go leave it N79. Yep, I'm just gonna go and leave it in 79, the way I originally planned to leave it. And at the 8 o'clock mark is when wrong end, is when I mark out what I'm doing for my workouts for the week. So I'll just mark the line above and below where I like to record that information. Trying to make sure my head is not in the frame. All right. My Saturday and Sunday is split into this one column, if you didn't know. So that's that. And then the other section that I'll mark off is down where my meals go. A lot of times I'll do a thick marker color behind it, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm just going to stick to using these lines. And I normally, like I said earlier, mark this at 6 p.m. but I'm going to move it up to 5:30 since I put that extra decorative piece of washi there. All right, and I will take this, I'll just take a pencil. Normally I'll use a gray, like a thin gray marker to make my line down here between the Saturday and the Sunday, but today I'll just use a pencil. All right, and before I fill in too much more, I do know, like I said, a few appointments that I need to have on here. Not appointments, but a few meetings. All right, so those are going to be, I believe is, oh, Monday. Yep, there's a Monday at 10. There's a Monday at 11. There's a Tuesday at 10. Okay, so those are for work. And then my son has a basketball game on Monday. Also one on Saturday. I like to also mark when I plan to have a video up, and I do think I'll have one on Saturday. I think I'll have one post on Wednesday as well. The game is probably right around here. on Saturday. Okay, so those are the major things that are appointments. And then down at the bottom of the spread is where I like to put in all of my lists. And so far the past few weeks, there have only been, not only been, but there have been the same list that I've been using down at the bottom. So my tasks, cleaning, social media, posting, just making sure I post when I say I'm going to post. Why am I trying to guess when it's right here? Task, cleaning, social. Oh, and currently. I like to note what I'm currently watching or reading or whatevering. So I think I want to use these. These are also from a freebie. I want to use these for my currently, these larger dots. So what do I have? 3. Now I question which order I want to put them in. There, okay, and there. And there. All right, so that's going to be where I'm going to note all my currently stuff that I have going on. I have the section for tasks and cleaning. I wish these were sad faces. I would put that next to cleaning. But and I will use a thicker pen to write these headings. Okay. So I do really like that, and then I'll fill in underneath with what's currently going on. Okay, so I'm currently doing like this marketing online thing, and then my daughter and I are also learning ASL, so that's that. Reading, I'm not going to fill that in just yet, just in case I'm done with a book. Watching, I am watching The Servant, and something else that I can't think of off the top of my head. And then cleaning, I always leave it the main areas. Sometimes I'll throw in some other like specialty area that I don't do very often, or I want to make sure I kind of focus on for that week. But they're all more or less the same. But this really does help me remember to check off when I'm doing what during the week, or if I'm doing what during the week. And then my social section is really just kind of like a tracker. It's keeping me accountable. I'm really trying to post to social media more. Outside of my regular YouTube videos that I'll do once or twice a week, I'm trying to post more to Instagram. I'm trying to do stories, I mean not stories, reels and shorts. Oh well, yeah, stories actually, but reels and shorts. So I do need this to remind me of what I'm doing when. And then I'll come through and I'll fill in these meetings. What are they? This is a contracts. I'm not sure what that video is going to be, so I'm not going to write it there. And I'm not so sure what that video is going to be. So I won't fill that one in either. All right, and I wait until the very last minute, like Monday morning, Sunday night, to transfer things over to my task list for the week, because I'm not so sure when I'm going to start them. And then I do have these month headers. Oh, I would kind of like to put the January up top. I think I'm going to do it. I'll just get more. I'll just buy more. All right. So, yep. January right up there. And So that is the basic framework for all of the things that I need to have included on my weekly. Now I would go in and add a bit more deco. I still want to use this yay sticker. I wanted to use, I think I might use this. This is my year. Yeah, I like this. Up at the top. It's like you can only use this in January. So like, when else would I be able to use it? No other time. So put that right up there. I like that. It's coming together really nicely. I'm leaving it very neutral. Oh, I think I could use these yay stickers like if they win. If my son wins his basketball games. So I can use that for that, and then I'll keep these two along with the stickers that I pull out weekly, or during the week I should say. So I keep those right back here in the big back pocket, and then I'll put these stickers back as well. And like I said, when we get closer to the week, when the week starts, that's when I'll fill in my task list and some day specific items that I have up here. I already know things like Wednesday I want to do laundry. That one's a no-brainer. And then like Monday I'm going to wash my hair. Shampoo my hair, I should say. So that's that. Okay. Alright, so that is the basic framework, basic layout for all that I have going on for the 4th week of January. Now, another step that I do this year that I explained in my goal video recently is I like to make sure I'm staying on top of my goals. So anything related to those goals, so any tasks that I want to get done, I have given them a place so that I can tell myself, okay, on this week you do this type of thing. So, so this is also going to be date night. Oh, I could put yay there. Got really excited, see? It's working. So, before I put these away, I want this darker color yay. Alright, so I'll put that right down here. And another thing we do is on Thursdays is usually my Law and Order night. So that brings me great joy. I'll use one of these, maybe the one that looks a bit more purple. And that's going to be first, actually, I want to put down, maybe not this marker. Let's do the N89. It's a little bit lighter. Where did I put it? Here it is. Okay. So I'll wait for that to dry a little bit. So anyway, what I was saying is that I look at my goals and see what tasks I need to make sure I schedule. So date night was one that falls under my relationship goal. There's some under finance and personal development and business. Also need to schedule breakfast with my father and my sister, so I can put that on my task list. So I'm scheduling the breakfast where we meet up for February. So I'm going to do that last week of January. And then Law and Order night. Cool. Anything else that I need to bring over from my goals? Oh, do I need to order groceries? Do I? No, I think I'll do that the next week, okay? I think we need to go to Costco. So I'll put that on my task list as well. There are some things I need to do based on like about or with investment info. But I can't quite do that yet. All right, so I think that's about it. So that is another step that I've added to my weekly routine. I just check in with my goals and see if there are any tasks I need to schedule on this calendar to make sure that they get done this week of the month, this particular 4th week of the month. So I filled in all of those things and I think I am set. I am ready to get started for the 4th week of January. And this spread is going to help me do that. So I thank you so much for joining me on this weekly plan with me where I featured all of my current favorites from High Paper Clouds. You can check out any of this on the website. I'll have the website linked down below. Also, you can get 15% off of your order if you use my code KIM15. So don't forget to do that because we all love to save some money. I'll have that link down below as well. I appreciate you so much for following along with me for this slightly chaotic planning session, and I'll see you in the next one.